What is it about short hair that makes like a half ponytail the cutest? I don't understand, but short hair makes certain things just so much cuter. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. So today I wanted to try out a product that I've actually had over here in my stuff for several months now, and I just keep forgetting to review it and like actually use it. So we'll just cut to the chase. It is the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream. I have actually been wanting to try this for like over a year at this point because I have heard about this through Jessica Braun here on YouTube. It's like one of her favorite products to use, and so I had it just in my Amazon wish list for a while, and it's not very expensive. I just didn't get around to buying it. And then back in April, one of my sisters got it for me for my birthday. I've been wanting to use it since then, and I just kept forgetting to actually do a video on it, and I didn't want to use it before making a video. So all of that said, that's what I'm going to be reviewing today and trying out. So we'll just go ahead and jump into the claims and the shade and all of that. I had this on my Amazon wish list, and there's a bunch of different, I mean, not a bunch of different ones, it's the same product, but just like, I guess, different sellers. And they're all right around $8. So like some are $8 like on the dot, and some are like $8.18 or like $7.50. So they're all right around $8 on Amazon. So I got mine in the shade number 13, Bright Beige. And the claims are, says Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream innovatively pairs makeup and skincare with BB cream that helps brighten skin tone, take care of wrinkles, I think is what it's trying to say. Prevent signs of aging and heal blemishes while providing excellent coverage. So that's a lot of really nice claims if it lives up to it, which I think a lot of those claims, obviously you're not going to see the first time you use it, but over time with consistent use, you're gonna hopefully see it live up to those claims. So it says, multifunctional BB cream features UVA, UVB protection, brightening and wrinkle caring benefits, and high coverage. After basic skincare, apply an appropriate amount along the skin texture and finish with powder. No additional sun protection is needed. Cool. Okay. So those are the claims and my shade and everything. Here's what the bottle looks like. I really like this kind of packaging, like the squeeze tube with the pump, because I feel like you end up getting all, or at least the vast majority of your product out, as opposed to a bottle. So I am happy with this. Their shade range was not amazing. I think there were only like 4 shades or something. And I think from Jessica's most recent video where she talked about this product, I think she said they were coming out with more shades. So let's hope so. But I have no idea if this is gonna match me or not. So, oh, it looks like it'll actually be a pretty close match. So that'd be nice if that's actually gonna be true. Let's put this not on my hand. So I'm just gonna start with the one-ish pump that I got from, you know, getting the bottle started. Since I'm reviewing this, I'm not gonna be using any kind of primer or setting spray on top of this. I'll probably powder it all over my face just because my skin is super oily and this is a BB cream, and I pretty much powder foundation no matter what the finish is and no matter like how long I'm going to be wearing it. That's how I always finish off my makeup, and it does say to finish off with powder, so I think I am going to do that. So no primer, no setting spray, but I am going to powder. I'm going to use a brush because usually I get better coverage with a brush, but I do have a sponge over here just in case I want to use it. So I'm just gonna go in. Off of just that little bit that I used on my face, which I mean was most of what was in here, but like I said, I don't even know if that was a full pump or not, but I feel like it covered my redness fairly well. I'm trying to see if it looks any differently in the monitor. I mean, obviously you can still see things coming through. It does say high coverage, even though it's a BB cream. So I don't know, but I wasn't really going into this expecting it to cover crazy amounts of anything because it is a BB cream. And I would probably just wear this on an everyday basis, and like if I want just to even everything out, and if I wanted just like a natural kind of a look, not like a full coverage look. That looks like light to medium kind of coverage, I guess. Yeah, because you definitely still see my acne coming through and like a tiny bit of redness, but this side compared to this side, or even like compared to my forehead, I feel like it covered up quite a bit of redness. That's actually more coverage than I was really expecting from this product. Also, I just want to point out, this is not going to be like an all day wear test because it is currently 4 p.m. But I do have to meet my husband for dinner tonight, and he's going to school right now, so he's got some stuff he's got to do. My husband's going to school right now for sound engineering. Oh, hold on, I started to put on extra. I'll finish that story in a second. But this is, minus that little mark right there because I started to go in. But this is all just one layer right here. But for just like an everyday running around, running errands, even going to work, this totally works. And I actually feel like this matches me really well. So I'm happy about that. Obviously, I would spot conceal these zits and stuff if that was something that I wanted to do, and covering up that under eye darkness and like the veins on my eyelids. But I am going to go in with some more and just see if I can build it up at all. Anyway, I don't know how this turned into like story time. But yeah, my husband's going to school for sound engineering, which he's very excited about and is loving. And so he's got to do some like lab time in a studio tonight. So I'm going to go hang out with him while he does that, which will be a lot of fun. I'm just going to add a little bit more. So at least I will have a reason to wear this makeup a little bit longer. I will have to wear a mask while we're in the studio, so hopefully it doesn't completely wear off, but I guess we'll find out. I'm happy with the coverage right now with that second layer. That is very dewy. Pretty sure you guys can see how dewy that is, which I don't necessarily mind. I think it looks really pretty and skin-like, but just knowing my oily skin, I will definitely have to powder this one. Still dealing with the red chest from when I got sunburned like 2 months ago. Hasn't faded yet, and none of my foundations match my chest right now. They match my neck, but not my chest, so ignore that. But yeah, I'm happy with the amount of coverage that gave me. I am just gonna, just to use up the tiny amount that's still on here, I'm just gonna go in with my damp sponge and just kind of press in all of my foundation and add a tiny bit more coverage since there was that little bit left. And obviously, since it's a very dewy formula and BB cream, it is creasing up here quite a bit. So just smooth that out. Okay, so this is the 2 layers of the Missha BB cream. For a BB cream, I'm actually pretty happy with the coverage. And if you really like a dewy, skin-like plump kind of finish, then you'd probably really like this. So I am gonna go finish up the rest of my makeup really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the rest of my makeup is done, and it's been about 20-ish minutes since I talked to you guys in the last clip. So I did a light layer of powder all over the face, and then obviously powdered around the eyes, which I did concealer around the eyes. And the concealer was either slightly darker or slightly more yellow than the BB cream. So I had to use a couple different powders to make it not appear so yellow or dark. There's a lot more powder going on here than the rest of the face since applying the BB cream, and the last you saw of it in that last clip. The only things that I've really noticed are like it creases the teeniest, tiniest amount, but I think that's just because it's a super creamy BB cream, but it's not terrible. I have definitely had a lot worse. And because it's so creamy and glowy, I kind of expected that, but it pats out really easily. It will be interesting to see if at the end of the night that got worse or if it's the same or whatever. So earlier I did say it's not going to be like an all-day wear test, but I will do one check-in whenever the end of the night ends up being for me. But yeah, other than like that tiny amount of creasing, I haven't really noticed anything else like that I don't like about it. For a BB cream, I'm liking it quite a bit. All right, so I'm gonna go grab some dinner with my husband, hang out with him for a little while he does his studio lab stuff for school tonight, and then whenever I'm wrapping up for the evening, I will do one last check-in. So I will see you guys in just a little bit. So it is 8:05, so I've had this on for like right at 4 hours at this point. I am currently at the studio where my husband goes to school, helping him out with some studio lab stuff. So that's fun. I've been wearing my mask a lot because we went to dinner, and then being here other than in the recording room where I am, you have to wear a mask. So I've been wearing the mask, which has, I don't know if you can see how much makeup is on there, which a little bit of that was from before, but in this left eye won't stop watering. But you can definitely tell on my nose, that's definitely wiped away quite a bit. Oop, I should go a little further out. I feel like the creasing looks pretty much the same as earlier today. So I don't feel like that's gotten any worse. It's mostly just wearing my mask has worn it off because I don't really see any noticeable differences on my forehead. It feels good on the face. Like, it doesn't feel too like oily or gross. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of it just came off right then, but I mean, it doesn't claim to be long wearing or anything like that, so can't really be mad at it for that. But yeah, so far it's pretty decent. I'm not sure how much longer we're gonna be here or how much longer till I get home and wash my face, but I will do one more check-in before I wash my face off. So I will see you guys at the very, very end of the night. So it's the end of the night and I'm finally home. About to wash my face, all this makeup off. I'm in the bathroom, so just trying to look in the mirror, but like my forehead and everything, where obviously I didn't have a hat on or anything that would rub it off, that looks pretty good. Even like my cheek area still looks decent. Obviously like the acne is still coming through, but that was coming through earlier. But like this doesn't feel like it's really broken down at all or like greasy or anything. So I was wearing a mask off and on for about 6 hours. I have a little zit on the tip of my nose, so that's definitely showing up. But just right in this area, it seems to have really rubbed away, like where it hits my nose and my chin. But I don't really notice that it really rubbed away too much, like right here where it's at. But mostly in this area, nose, mouth, chin is where I feel like it's rubbed away the most. Everything else looks roughly the same as it did when I finished up my makeup somewhere between 4 and 5 o'clock. Yeah, and kind of ignore, my eyes were bugging me today. Mostly my left eye kept watering like crazy most of the day. So I feel like a lot of my makeup, even like under my eye, is just gone because I kept wiping that away and it was bugging me really bad. So my eyes don't look the best. Oh, and it like settling into lines, I feel like it wasn't that bad. Like it definitely didn't get any worse. I mean, if anything, you could tell more on my forehead, like right up here. I have a couple of little lines. I'm wondering if maybe that was just accentuated more because I added powder on top, even though it was a super light layer. So on a day that I don't have to go anywhere, and like, so I'm not having to wear a mask or anything, I want to see if I can get away with not powdering it at all. I don't know if I can get away with that because my face is super oily. Also, I would say it feels kind of makeup-y in the parts that are oily, but in the parts that are not super oily, it doesn't really feel very makeup-y. But again, I'm wondering if that's just because I put the powder on top. I feel like it did a decent job of like evening out my skin tone The shade was actually a pretty decent shade match for me, which was shocker. It's kind of nice because it's hard to tell when you buy something online, especially when it only has a couple of shades anyway. Okay, so in terms of the claims, I feel like the only ones you can really test or like notice right off the bat is the high coverage aspect of it. Everything else, I ran and got the box just so I can remember what they all are, but helps to brighten the skin tone, helps take care of wrinkles, prevents signs of aging, and heals blemishes while providing excellent coverage. So the coverage is really the only part that I think you can actually tell right away. All of those other ones have to do with consistent use, like being able to tell if it's gonna help diminish wrinkles and or prevent them, as well as, you know, skin tone and all those other things. So I think you just really have to use it for a decent amount of time before you can tell if it's actually helping with any of that kind of stuff. So obviously I don't know what to say about those claims, but in terms of high coverage for a BB cream, I think it does have pretty decent coverage. As a foundation, it's like light to medium coverage, maybe medium coverage, I guess. I think it looked really nice. It looked really nice on the skin. I feel like it, you know, obviously not including, if you're wearing a mask, not gonna work. But I mean, at times where you maybe don't have to wear a mask or at the house or whatever, I think this one's fine. Oh, I will say for oily skin, because that's what I have, I don't know if like using it as an all day thing is gonna work super well. But like I said, for running around or being around the house and you just want to feel a little more put together or something, I think this would work really well. If you have normal to dry skin, I think you'd probably really, really like it. All right, so I'm really tired and I think I'm just gonna keep rambling or repeating myself if I don't just wrap this thing up. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you'd like to see more foundation reviews over here on my channel. Make sure to subscribe if you'd like to join the everyday family over here, and make sure to ring the bell if you'd like to be notified every single time I upload. And also you can find me on Instagram at everyday.amyma. So that wraps this up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me over here on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.